The New York Jets dodged the bullet today. Justin Fields injured, but for how long? We'll get into that. Good morning. You're watching the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. We're going to get into everything that's on your mind, your comments, your questions. Let's play. Where are we here? What the heck happened to StreamYard? The StreamYard jinx is real. Okay, nothing's loading. This is fun. Great start to the show. Oh, better start to the day than Justin Fields had, ladies and gentlemen.
It's got me.
What's going on here today with StreamYard? There we go. We're back.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. There are moments in time that happen that sometimes are more important than the Jets. I believe Hulk Hogan passing away deserves acknowledgement. Most of us, especially those younger than me, watch wrestling because of the influence that Hulk Hogan had on it. Hulk Hogan made it mainstream back in the 80s when I was a kid. Hulkamania was the greatest thing. It was the greatest time to grow up in the 80s with Hulkamania. Everyone wanted to be Hulk Hogan. You couldn't wait to see what he was going to do week after week on Saturday Morning Superstars. Slamming Andre the Giant is one of the most memorable moments of my childhood. Growing up as a teen, I got out of wrestling a little bit, but got back into it. And my buddies will attest to this. I was the only one to project him as the third member of the NWO at that pay-per-view. I was like, did Hogan come out yet? And they're like, no. I go, Hogan's the third guy. And they're like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Hogan comes out, and everybody slowly did like the head turn to look at me. And this is before, the beat writers and the gossip pages on the wrestling with telling you everything that was going to happen. So my buddies will still reference that every once in a while. But Hulk Hogan, it's sad, but he had a tremendous life. He had a tremendous impact on wrestling. The movies weren't too great, but he tried. Suburban Commando is always an awful movie to watch if you're ever up for a bad movie. But sad day today, ladies and gentlemen. Hulk Hogan passing away. That one hurts. That one hurts. I'm not going to lie. Try to compose myself here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm usually the one that's level-headed, but anyone who grew up in that era, you're feeling like a big part of your childhood just got taken away today. So, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, and you're the man, dude. Thank you for all of the memories and making wrestling so much fun. All right. Now, this just got uploaded yesterday. And what we're going to do, what we do in the morning show here, I pushed mine back because Jake went on this morning. We're starting a goal with the super chats. If we get $5 super chats, we'll go live again after work. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have going on the show. Now, what your super chats get you. The prize has been purchased, ladies and gentlemen. Full-size, authentic helmet, Darrell Revis signature with Revis Island on it. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss out on the chance to win this prize. I think it's an awesome prize. I went big. Instead of little prizes, we went with one real big prize. So any $5 super chats, any gifted memberships get in. If you give a $20 super chat or gift 5 memberships, you hit the bonus structure. I will keep track of all the memberships gifted. So if you gift one membership 5 times, you then qualify for the bonus. So that's what we'll do in terms of that. If you gift $5 super chats, again, you get the 20, you'll get the bonus throughout the time. We are going to run this throughout training camp and right up to the season opener. So, ladies and gentlemen, just be great like you guys always are. And then reap the rewards. You could possibly win that prize. Now, moving on to our New York Jets. We don't get to say this term very often, but I'm going to say it. We dodged the bullet. We absolutely 100% dodged the bullet today. Hold on one second, please. Come on in. Sorry, I'm getting my phone. You know how Jake's phone was blowing up about the Justin Fields thing? Now mine's blowing up over the Hulk Hogan thing. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan in the same week. Horrible. Okay. Now, we dodged the bullet. The New York Jets don't usually get to say that. We're Jets fans. We're used to the worst possible scenario. You saw Twitter. You saw some of the people in Jake's chat. To the moon with negativity. Might be the only people to ever walk on the moon. Maybe. But I can't stand that. I don't know why people want to live with that mentality. That it's doomsday all the time. Everything's the worst thing to possibly happen. Here we go again. Woe is me. Pity. I don't know. I can't do that shit. I get that there's people that do. I understand why. I don't get it. I don't get why you would want to. This is a hobby. Sports are fun. If it's making you that miserable, maybe pick a different hobby. No one's making you be a fan of a team. No one's making you be a part of this. But the good news with Justin Fields, it wasn't an ACL. It wasn't his Achilles. It wasn't a Liz Frank injury. It's a dislocated toe. It's about as good as it can be, considering he was carted off the field. When we hear the term carted off the field, non-contact, I think each and every one of us naturally panic, naturally think the worst. And the New York Jets, listen, it's day 2. It's day 2, guys. It's the best time if you're going to have an injury for a couple weeks. My son, ladies and gentlemen, instead of texting me, taking my money to tell me messages. Nikki, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, bud. You're the man. Hope you're having a good time in Myrtle Beach, and I will call you as soon as I'm done with the show. It's my son, ladies and gentlemen. Taking my money to pay me to give me a message. Yes, son. Hulk Hogan passed away. We will cry in each other's arms when I see you when you get home this weekend. But for the New York Jets, oh, it's not Myrtle Beach, Ocean City, Maryland. Sorry, buddy. We went to Myrtle Beach, so it was on my mind. Now, this isn't bad. It could be so much worse. We're Jets fans. We're used to the announcement out for the season. Can't put pressure on it. On crutches. Seen in tears. We didn't get any of those today. That's a tremendous text from one of my housemates watching the show right now. Very well done. I will share that with the Discord later, but I cannot say that on air. I'll share it with the Discord now. That's too good not to share. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little hyper today. This is a good thing. It's a really, really good thing. Tyrod will get some reps in this system, a system that he's new to. Justin Fields can get right. Justin Fields can make sure he's 100% for when he gets back out on the field to go full time. Is it ideal? No, absolutely not. The tweets have all come out. It looks like the news cycle has kind of died down with this for now. Nothing else since he's got to get an MRI. You know, that'll tell you if there's any ligament, tendon damage. That'll tell you if they have to reattach anything. And then you're looking into a longer recovery. Georgie with a super chat. You have to go live tonight. Hulk Hogan just died. Yes. Thank you, Georgie. Thank you for the super chat. We will. I have no issue with going live tonight. If we hit the super chat goal, I will be back on. I did text Jake on the show that Justin Fields got hurt. And then I replied to him, make sure you pop a breath mint in before walking into work at ESPN. He's like, I'm on it. He was swigging Henny. I'm like, maybe you don't want to show up to work like that. Fucking guys. You guys in the chat sometimes make it impossible for me to do the show. Fake wrestler, real day. You know, I'm coming to Tampa for the game. And something that I was looking forward to was going to Hogan's Beach Shop and possibly meeting him. Mr. Gorilla Salad. Weird that Hogan and Fields' career with the Jets died simultaneously. You're quite the wordsmith, Mr. Salad. Quite the wordsmith. So here we are. Adversity hits Aaron Glenn, day 2 of training camp. How do they respond? I like the way Glenn handled it. I like the way Glenn approached it at the mic. Hey, listen, injuries happen. I'm summarizing here. Injuries happen. Negative plays are going to happen. Let's go win the next play. Let's go win the next rep. You're going to have adversity in every form of football. Whether it's injuries, whether it's drives, whether it's missed blocks, turnovers. How do you respond? You know, Peyton Manning got sacked a lot of times. He responded. Players gave up touchdowns. They respond. Players missed blocks. They responded. Don't worry about the past. You can only control the future. I always told the kids I coached, once that whistle blows, forget about it. Whether you made a sack, the greatest play in the world, or you missed and didn't succeed, you're never going to see that play again. It's over. Don't let it affect your mentality. Now going forward, it's a domino effect of negativity, and now you're mentally out of the game for the next couple plays, and you hurt the team more. You got to bounce back. You got to bounce back. Tyrod Taylor, veteran, in the league for many years. is the type of guy that can bring that calming influence into the huddle if needed throughout the season and help this team progress. For the most part, very young team. Tyrod's value to this team is not only a mentor to Fields, but it's being that calming influence in the meeting rooms, in the offense. A lot of these guys are less than 5 years in the league. The entire running back room is. Garrett is. The whole offensive line is. Well, Barrett Tucker, I think, is year 5 now. Simpson's a little more. They're very young as an offense. So having that veteran there, that calming influence who's been through a lot of horrible moments and a lot of injuries, that might be the perfect guy. And it might never have to play on the field, but it can help the mental growth of these players. And that's just as important at times. MC Mays says it. We are built for this shit. 51-year fan. I didn't have you pegged for being that old, Mace. But ladies and gentlemen, he'll be okay. We don't have the timeline yet. We don't know if there's surgery. We don't know what it's going to be. Everything points to a 3 to 6 week window. He's young. He's in shape. He's athletic. Hopefully, you're looking about 4 weeks. It gives him time to get ramped up. Gives him 2 full weeks of practice. It's probably 2 weeks. I don't know if it's going to be no weight bearing. I don't know if it's going to be in a walking boot so the toe doesn't flex. But I would project 2 weeks, minimal weight bearing. Then, as it heals, start to get him ramped up. Start to do some drills. Start to do some agility maneuver. And get him ready to go 2 weeks later, off the PUP list. And getting ready for the opener against Pittsburgh. That, I think, is the best case scenario. Metro Funny, you've missed quite the morning. We have Justin Fields' toe was stepped on, carted off the field. Jets fans went ballistic, a small portion of them. There's fear of Achilles. There's fear of ACL, fear of Liz Frank. Ends up he just got his toe stepped on. Dislocated toe, not the big toe, which is very important. And then as I start the stream, Hulk Hogan tragically passed away. So there was some rumors that the last couple of days from Jimmy Hart that he wasn't doing too well. I believe he couldn't speak. I think there was damage to his trachea, and he couldn't speak. So sadly today, Hulk Hogan passed away. But ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Nick Shine Show. Hit the like button. Remember, if you have a comment, a question, a critique, Super Chat's a great way to guarantee it gets on air. Also, if we hit our target of $5 Super Chats, I will come back on tonight after I get home from work and do a late night show. Gifted memberships. We have a full-size, authentic Darrell Revis with the inscription Revis Island on it, ladies and gentlemen. All of your raffle entries, memberships, $5 Super Chats and up will get you in the raffle. Now, I know a lot of you want to discuss everything that's going on today. You want to talk about Justin Fields. You want to talk about your projections. You want to talk about maybe how you feel about the situation. Oh, man. You know what's fun? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, everyone collectively do the Bobby Midnight and wave goodbye to Nate's moderator wrench. Goodbye, Nate. Don't shit talk the show and be a part of the leadership, buddy. Thanks. Bye. No one makes you come here, pal. You don't like it. I'm sorry. There's plenty of other options out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Metro Funny kicking us off. Let's fucking go for the Shiners. Metro, you're in the raffle. Thank you, buddy. And I said a prayer for you the other day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I believe it was. With having to spend all that extra time down here in New Jersey in October. Hope you're looking forward to it, man. I know we'll be able to get together when you get down here. But thank you for the super chat. You're tremendous. MC Mays. Tyrod Taylor does not suck. He is the definition of mid. Yeah, right? You look at him, he's a perennial backup, a spot starter. You know? He's a middle reliever. He's a high-end middle reliever for baseball. It's not good enough to start. It's not good enough to close. He's good enough to just eat up some innings and get you through some rough times. That's what he is. If a guy gets injured and he's got a spot start, okay. If you're getting your starters getting his ass kicked in the second inning and you need someone to eat up 4 or 5 innings, that's your guy. You don't want him in the high pressure situations. You guys are feisty today. Mr. Gorilla Salad says Tyrod is a guy. I'm laughing at the name. I didn't even get to the comment yet. Tyrod is a guy who's accomplished 2 things. Jack, shit. He remains a wordsmith, ladies and gentlemen. There's no doubt in my mind. He is a legend. And follows it up with another good comment. Getting hurt in spot starts isn't anything to be proud of. I don't think he's proud of getting hurt, but this is who he is. He's 36. He's been in the league for almost 15 years. That's who he is. He's a guy that is not your franchise quarterback. He's a valuable guy in your locker room. He's a valuable guy in the QB room. And occasionally, he might have to start 3, 4, 5 games. No one's going to think you're world beaters. You're probably going to be underdogs in most of those games, if not all of them. But you need players like that on your roster. I know we do. We need a franchise QB. But you also need a viable backup. And I think Tyrod is considered a viable backup. No, he's bounced around the league many times. Do I expect greatness if Tyrod Taylor has to start? No, not at all. But that's the life of a backup quarterback. Not many teams throughout history get a backup like the Eagles, like the Giants in the 90s, and go on to win a Super Bowl. Ron P., you were hearing that Justin Fields got his toe dislocated today when someone stepped on it. Rumors are that it's Michael Clemens, so that'll be fun to roast him. And unfortunately, Hulk Hogan just passed away. So a lot of news here on a Thursday morning in July. Gator coming in. Samini saying some relief for Jets fans. Justin Fields' toe injury is not significant, and he shouldn't be sidelined that long. They're hopeful that he will be ready for Week 1 against the Steelers. So there we go. That's what we need right now. Thank you, Gator, for that. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, so there we go, folks. Good news coming out. For something that at 9:30 sounded as if Aaron Rodgers, Vinny Testaverde. We thought it was going to be really tragic today. We thought we were going to get horrible news. It's about as good as it can be. Pat, I appreciate it. Just stay right here. Damn it, Gator. Oh, Gator, you son of a bitch. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the call-in link is pinned. You got a take you want to share, feel free. Call in. Let's discuss. Jets takes are popping. Jets fans are in their feelings. Very emotional today. I think this is like the calm now. I think this is where a lot of fans have walked back from the edge of the cliff. And it's not too chaotic. A lot of fans don't like being that way. A lot of Jets fans love to have the panic, the misery. And then it's like, oh, it's not? It will be eventually. This is just the beginning of it. That's what you'll hear. Well, I'm here to tell you. Life sucks at times. But how you respond to adversity tells us more about you than the adversity itself. I'm trying, Jen. I'm trying. I got the chains hooked up to the truck. We're pulling everybody back. Slowly but surely. Some people have jumped already. But I'm trying my best, Jen, I swear. You know, I stay even keeled. I said this on Jake's show. You know, a lot of you don't know me from when I drank. A lot of you don't know me from when I was the lunatic at the stadium and being the madman. I'm complete. People who know me from back then see me now and they're like, who the hell are you? But I attach too much of my emotion and my well-being to how this team did. And obviously it didn't work out well because I was not doing well for a very long time. So, well, Mr. Gorilla Salad, you are the only adversity that I would like to go through. Indy Jets calling in. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jake, two things. As a member of the fellow member of the Missing Digit Club.
Hi, Illinois. You called me Jake, so I'm calling you Illinois.
Yeah. As a member of the fellow Missing Digit Club, Nick, we can both attest to, a digit injury. So we're thankful that, it's just a dislocation and it's not something major like what we've gone through.
Yeah. You know, and we're not, I mean, I don't want to confuse anybody out there, but you and I are not NFL quality quarterback athletes. So for me, I'm very happy with this news. I'm very
absolutely
happy with this news. You don't want, and you hear turf toe and players have trouble. You get a broken big toe, as they call it, the great toe. As I found out when they did the paperwork for removing it. It's Jets fans, man. We got to wait to find out all the info before we react.
And it's a lot, Jake is fairly young compared to some of us, me, Neil, some of these, Briga, we've been a fan of this team for 40 plus years. We've seen it all. So when we get the news that something happened to Justin Fields, we just can't even, like you can't even overreact because you just about expect it at this point anymore. Something.
Do you know what the moment I was like, this is really good, but I didn't speak it into existence. When I heard he was sitting in the front of the cart, that tells you it's not the ACL or the Achilles because they're usually, you're in a boot or a brace immediately.
Right. So, it's something, it was something major at the moment, but minor in the big scheme of all things, and as a Jets fan, we've just got to the point where we could not go a 17-game season, training camp, everything, without something happening. I mean, and it started yesterday. It started yesterday with the press conference. We couldn't even get the AV guy right. You know,
Can you imagine if that
they're
happened today? Can you imagine if Aaron Glenn walks up to the mic and says, what we have on Justin Fields is
a blank screen after that.
no audio, glitching. Can you imagine the panic? It would have looked like a South Park angry mob outside of One Jets Drive.
How many cell phones and laptops would have been busted in the first 30 seconds? I probably would have thrown my phone. Are you kidding me? But hey, it's sad to hear that Hulk Hogan passed away.
Yeah, man.
Really back in the early 90s, I worked for a company, and I was part of the engineering team that we designed. Hulk Hogan has 2 knee replacements and 2 hip replacements, and we did his knee replacements. We designed the new knees for him, and he came in and into the facility and followed his. He had to have special knees made. We could, like, our standard knees would not fit him. He was that big, and they had to do custom knees for him. And he came into the facility and followed his knees around through the manufacturing process for 2 days and signed paperwork, and super nice guy. So I got to meet him before his knee surgery. And yeah, he was just a super nice guy. But he is, if you've never met the guy, he is just a massive individual.
I've seen him. I've run into him when I was a kid outside. It was the Izod Center, the Continental Airlines Arena. Back in the 80s in New Jersey, it was the Brendan Byrne Arena when I was a little guy. So we waited outside where the wrestlers would come out, and I got to give them a high five twice that day, because it was Saturday night's main event that my parents took us to, and we had tickets in the 8th row. And it was Uncle Elmer, Hillbilly Jim's uncle. It was Uncle Elmer's wedding. And I was able to high five Hogan, and we recorded it on VHS. And you see I used to have like little blonde hair, and you see, like my nephew does. I don't know if you ever seen my nephew pop on, but I give Hulk Hogan a high five twice in one day. And that was like the greatest thing in my childhood.
Yeah, and he's got some massive hands. So I bet you that high five was just yeah.
And to be fair, he's infamous for he blew out both of his knees, he blew out his hips, and he also blew out Bubba the Love Sponge's girlfriend's back. So he's
more than one occasion. On more than one occasion,
he was doing some damage to her.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you've got big hands and big feet, well, you got big gloves and big shoes.
True.
But yeah, so yeah, I just I'm glad that this happened. I mean, we have to look at the positive side of this injury. If it would have happened on the 4th play of the Pittsburgh game, something stupid like that would be about the only thing worse, would be the 4th play of the Pittsburgh game. We would be again the laughing stock of
Indy. We didn't get through the Pittsburgh game yet, man. Do not speak it into existence. Stop.
No, we are getting through that. I just want to know who it was that did it. Not that it was done intentional. I want to know, at least let me know, was it an offensive player or defensive player? A defensive player shouldn't have been that close to a quarterback wearing a red jersey. So,
but that's the part I brought up on Jake's show. When you got a mobile quarterback, you're not in the umbrella of the pocket where everyone knows don't touch the red shirt. If you're doing RPOs, now you're running through the hole as the quarterback. There's got to be pursuit by the defense, but there's no contact. This is just something incidental. I'm not worried about who did it because it's not anything done intentional. It wasn't like he's in the pocket going to throw and someone levels him with no pads on. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything done intentionally. So I'm not focused on that. More than I am just the recovery and making sure we get him back and he has enough time to get his timing down with everyone for the opener.
I just hope it wasn't somebody that's on the bubble, like I don't know, Michael Clemens.
I don't know what else this guy could do to make that bubble burst.
And so I just hope it's not one of those guys. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure 100% of it was not intentional by any means, no matter who did it. But still, it's just if it was an offensive guy, Vera Tucker, that stepped back on him or something, okay, that was just a fluke accident. If a defensive player, even if he's out on a run, you see that red jersey, you know not to. You shouldn't be within a footstep of him.
Yeah.
Period.
But also, if he's running, if he's doing an RPO and taking it up the middle or taking it off tackle, this is the risk you take.
I get it. I do. I just hope it's not a defensive player that was just shouldn't have been that close. You know, somebody that just had a brain fart. You know, like we know Michael Clemens is notorious for. Not saying he did it, but you know, having an injury when somebody makes a dumb mistake like this. If it was just a fluke accident, you know, okay. But for somebody to make a dumb mistake on defense, to just be that, you know, to do that thing would be so jet-like. But you know, but anyway, hey, great show. Keep it up. I have a question. So you said five super chats get you on tonight.
Yeah, that's the goal popped up yesterday. I haven't had it. I know Jake had it months ago. Bobby got it like weeks ago. And I'm like, where do I find this? I'm missing it. I don't see it anywhere. And then all of a sudden, I start a stream yesterday morning, and it's there. So
now, does that include? Does a new membership include on your goal, or is that just super chats? I don't know.
If we don't make that goal, I'll count it towards it. Sure.
All right. Just wanted to know when I get off here.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Hey, keep it up.
Talk soon, buddy.
You do a great job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Have a good day. Next up, we got Papa Jet calling in. What's up, bro?
Hey, Nick. You got me?
Beautiful bearded wonder you. I love it.
Thank you. You got me, though?
I got you, man. How's everything?
Okay. My sound was acting up. Hey, just a couple things, Nick. You should have booted Indy, too, when he called you Jake. You should have just booted him.
To be fair, it seems to be a theme today. Aaron Glenn called Justin Fields Tyrod twice.
There you go.
Oh, I think it's just in everyone's head.
There you go. Hey, but yeah, a couple things. I don't know if this is me, and thank God that Fields' injury wasn't ACL or Achilles.
Yeah.
But don't it seem like the last 5 years there's just been a lot of torn Achilles? Like it seems like 15, 20 years ago you didn't really hear all that much. Like I know Testaverde, Marino had it, but it just seems like there's just been a lot more. I don't know why, you know.
A lot of people blame the turf, the artificial surfaces. I mean, I can't speak to it. I don't know why. I am the toe expert. I am not an Achilles expert. So I can't explain why it's happening. I don't know. But I agree with you. It seems to be more prevalent and more frequently occurring right now with a lot of teams, right? Miami had their edge rusher with it. Von Miller had it. There's a lot of players, you know.
Yeah.
Maine had it. You know, we can go on and on.
And Nick, speaking of toes, and if it's none of my business, you can tell me. But I heard you on Jake's show. You said you had ACL surgery, and that's
I did. I ruptured my ACL with work, and they replaced my ACL in May of 23. And 4 weeks after the surgery, the brace was able to bend, and I was able to walk and put weight on it. And I slipped coming down the stairs, and I fell, and it real bad. And I was worried about my ribs being broken because I pulled the railing and I shot head first down like a Scud missile.
Wow.
My head cracks the cement ground. I had a concussion on my neck, bruised ribs. I thought I punctured a lung. I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
I go to the hospital. I get x-rays, get everything checked out. I come home the next day, and there's 2 big purple stripes across my big toe. I break out into a fever from the infection. Ends up I had what was called osteomyelitis. It's a joint eating infection that sits dormant in a lot of diabetics, and a trauma will activate it, basically. So they misdiagnosed the toe. They x-rayed it, told me that it wasn't broken, and gave me antibiotics. But with osteomyelitis, the only cure is alternating 2 IV antibiotics for like 4 to 8 weeks. And by the time they got to the point to diagnose it correctly, they were like, "Yeah, this toe it's dead." It was
Okay.
the
So I
skin
thought
had
it
peeled
came.
off. It was purple. It was just I was watching it die like
Okay.
day after
So
day.
so you fell from the ACL surgery and then it just went bad from there. Then I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was directly from the ACL surgery, like if you got a cadaver's.
No,
You
no,
you
none of
know.
that.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy. I didn't get to say this to Purple Belt Mike when he called in, but my ACL surgery led to losing a toe, and now his ACL surgery is the day Justin Fields' toe gets hurt. So sometimes I feel like we are in a simulation because
Like a
these
weird
coincidence.
yeah, weird connection there. Yeah, no, that reason why I asked because my son had he tore both of them in high school, and I thought it was from the ACL, your situation, because he had his patellas. They took him from his patellas, not a cadaver, but Okay, Nick, I didn't mean to get personal there. I
No, I
just
talk about
curious.
everything. I talk about. Listen, I put my life out here.
Okay,
It's therapeutic for me. Like I got to have a sense of humor and
yeah,
laugh about some of the things that have happened to me throughout
yeah,
life, or else I
that
wouldn't be here. That's why when I hear things of like about sports world, I don't get too high or too low anymore because I've dealt with a lot of shit.
yeah,
So
me too. The older you get, you put stuff in perspective a lot easier,
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm glad to check you out.
Thank you.
Usually I try to watch you, but I start. When you have the 11 o'clockers or whatever, I start and then I wake up and I'm
Yeah,
listening
I
to some
know. It's
mongoose
tough.
fight a cobra or something, on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I work 2:30 to 11, and I want to still do the shows. So, training camp here, I've been doing morning shows to try to open it up and get reacquainted with people like yourself who might not be up as late.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you watching, man. I always appreciate your support. Thank you.
Yep. And I
Have a good
catch you
day,
on
bud.
Sunday nights too, because you usually have
Yeah,
like 8 o'clockers.
yeah. I'm
So
working on a guest for Sunday, and might have an announcement tonight. It looks like we are almost. Are we there? I can't see right now. Uh, but it looks like we are very close to, if not already, doing a show tonight. But I should have an announcement tonight.
okay. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, buddy.
Awesome job
Appreciate it.
as always.
Thanks, man. You're the man. Couple super chats while we're there. Eli says, "Shime time tonight. Let's get it." Now, Eli, I forget who did the comment last night, but somebody pointed out in the "What did we learn?" I learned that Eli paid for there to be a night show, but didn't show up at the night show. So thank you for yesterday, and hopefully we see you tonight. But somebody pointed that out, and you were missed last night. And then Mr. Gorilla Salad with a super chat. Great show, Jake. Thank you. You're very nice, ISU. You're a nice guy. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to gift the membership. Our memberships, there's a lot of gray in the chat. A lot of gray. The Nick Shine Show gifted a membership that went to Twisted. And then Indie Jets gifted one as well. Thank you, Indy. Thanks for the call in. That went to Jess. I think Jess just joined the channel too. So awesome. Gators on Gator and Nate United might be the worst thing ever for me personally. Thought losing a toe was bad. Gator and Nate on the same page? No, we can't have that. That sucks that Hogan died, man. I'm not gonna lie. That upsets me. Eli, don't worry, man. Life happens. Completely understand. But you were very vocal on yesterday's morning show to have a night show, and it was noticed that you weren't there. So your support's appreciated. I learned today that Genergy is a snorer. Didn't have that on my bingo card, Jen. Did not have you as a snorer. ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that can, call-in lines are open. We got a few more minutes left in the show. I got my, for those that don't know, I got a GMC Sierra a couple months ago, and the trifold for the bed showed up yesterday, and I wanna put that on. So I need a little bit of time before work to take care of that. If you want to call in, you want to discuss the Jets, feel free. And we are one super chat away from a night show. I'm for it. What do I have to do? 11:05 at night. Hell yeah. Maybe this sexy face will get us one more super chat for a night show. It's Johnny Boy. Look at you. You gave up on Jets green. You were so down in the dumps. You're wearing all blue. Explain yourself, Johnny.
To all the Hogan maniacs, say your prayers, take your vitamins, and you will never go wrong. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan, man.
Yeah, man.
That sucks, bro. This week's been crappy with all the individuals passing. But
hold on, Johnny. Before you get into your eulogy, and I will be honest with you, I'm holding myself together. Like, I do want to shed a tear over Hulk Hogan passing. I'm not going to lie, and you might do it. But before that, Genergy, ladies and gentlemen, I see you, Nick, and I salute your dedication and your grind. That's what she said. Jen, I don't know who you've been talking to, but not being said. But thank you for saying that's what she said. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking us off the ledge. Jen, that's my whole... I'm very level-headed when it comes to the Jets. I know there's other aspects of life I may have not perfected, but I try to see big picture. And when you look at your hobbies, you put your time, your effort, your money, your energy into something. Why do it and then hate it? Why do it and be negative about it? Why do it and just be bitter? Find another hobby. Like if I'm an old lady that doesn't like bingo, and why am I going to go play bingo every Saturday? Like, put your time and effort into things you enjoy. And if you don't get what you want out of it, find something else.
True story.
Thank you for the super chat. And sweet dreams tonight, our lovely little snorer.
So, man, the whole toe situation when the giant uproar, and could you imagine if the pressure would have been Aaron Glenn and the mic cut off? How insane it would have been even more.
Rubble, 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 rubble. It would have been an angry mob flowing in.
So I mean, I've been busy with work, bro. What's so they say it's the toe, but now I'm seeing that
It's a
small
dislocated toe. It's not the big toe. That's all we've been told. It's not the big toe, and it's a dislocation. So whether it just has to be set, whether it has to be put in a boot, whether it can heal on its own.
So just go ahead and wrap it together and call it a day.
I don't know. They're doing an MRI. So there's probably some concern that there might be ligament or tendon damage, which might need a surgery to reconnect, to repair. So I don't want to project. I don't want to put rumors out there. We'll wait to hear what we hear.
Yeah, 100%, man. But just wanted to come up here real quick. So you live listening to you while I'm working and whatnot. But dude, I love the early shows, man. I could be really tuned into it. So keep killing it, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. You know, it's the summer. I've been wanting to go to the gym, but doing what I do at work for 8 hours, I get my workout at work. You know, we're doing heavy lifting all day. So,
I mean, yeah, true story. But all right, bro, keep doing your thing, man.
I'll see you, man.
Peace. Go Jets.
Talk to you soon. Later, bye. All right. It's time to address something. Jaden says Nick prides himself on hating racists, but loves Hulk Hogan. I can appreciate what someone did in terms of entertainment and don't forget, wrestler is a character. Terry Bollea is the racist. You know, Hulk Hogan was an entertainer. There's many people who appreciate Robert De Niro movies, but know that he is a giant trash bag human being. You can appreciate the talent that someone had and not praise the individual themselves. Also, not a nice guy. Not a nice guy, Jaden. I meant you. You guys are great in the comments. You guys are absolutely fantastic in the comments. But good news, there will be a show tonight. I should be on by 11:05, 11:10. Hope you guys can make it. Oh, what do we got? We got Schefter reposting 4 minutes ago. Come on, Schefter, get with the times, bro. Hulk Hogan passes away, 71 years old. But ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. See, there you go, Gator. Little perspective. Love Archie Bunker. He was awesome. Not the actor who played him. He was born. Yeah, you play a character. But ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end. I thank you all for watching. But before we go, I ask you the question. What did we learn today? I learned that Kevin Tattoos had a better reply than I could come up with, which is why I didn't say anything. If you tuned in, then you'd get all the jokes. Do better. Yeah, we're a family here. We're a tight community. So you want to welcome yourself into that community? You'll be welcome. You want to do that? That's your choice. David D says, thanks to everyone that made a show tonight a reality. Hell yeah. I'll set it up as soon as we're done here. There we go. Now we're cooking. Georgie says, I learned Nate lost his wrench. Bill M says, I learned Carly needs to watch out for Gator. Eli, another good one. West Coast, sometimes you just got to sit back and just learn. Yeah, you don't walk into, say, your girlfriend's Thanksgiving dinner for the first time, meeting everyone and understand everything that they have going on. But if you get welcomed in and you don't be a dick, you'll get it over time. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Connor. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Clancy. Are you doing okay? You're up
Oh
early.
just got done walking Kona and saw that you were on. Wanted to come and wish you much success in the future. You're a bright young star, and I love you, Connor.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I took some hair growth pills. Even though I'm 14 years old,
Yeah.
I'm growing a beard. And being a Jets fan at 14, it's already turning gray.
High school comes at you fast. You'll learn.
It does. It does.
Oh yeah.
And some of the teachers do too. Hope West Coast got that joke.
But what a fucked up day. It's my day off. I thought I was gonna be chill. I woke up to Justin Fields and now Hulk Hogan. There's not
Did you just say you woke up to Justin Fields?
to the news.
Oh, okay. I think you left a very key word in that sentence.
That's fine. That's fine. He would have been a lot safer here. He would have been a lot safer here. That's for sure.
Definitely. At least we can laugh about it. It's not doom and gloom. It's not having to hear Carson Wentz's name being tied to us. It could be much worse. And as Jets fans, we're used to it being much worse.
I'll go for this shit.
Oh yeah. Sharon McLean, 7-month member. Thank you, Sharon. I learned that Hulk Hogan died today at 71. Yes. I learned that Jaden is happy about it. Eli Betts, I learned that apparently the big toe is the only important toe. Not true, but it does play a very significant role in pushing off balance. You know, people ask me all the time, like, how does your foot work? Like without that toe. And I go, the thing that's thrown off for me is my other foot counters it and overcompensates. So if I'm standing up and I go to put on a pair of shorts or my underwear, when I have the forefoot toe down, my balance is good. When I put the other foot, when I pick up the forefoot toe, I'm like more wobbly because that foot is used to overcompensating. And now that it's back to regular, that's the issue. Basically, don't overcompensate for things in life.
Don't do it. What the-
Kevin asked a question. So does this mean that they go look for another QB? I can't guarantee that they go look for one, but I think Muji has to do his due diligence. And I think he's got to kick the tires on someone like a Jameis Winston, who now they have 3 quarterbacks with the Giants. You know, Russ has been named the starter yesterday, but everyone expects Dart to play. No one expects that season to go well for them. Is that overkill at the position? Do you offer a later round pick? Do you offer something based on performance and play that can be a higher draft pick down the road? Do you reach
Go get
out to
Minshew.
guys who are free agents like Teddy Bridgewater? You don't bring Carson Wentz in if you want to build a culture, right? Because everywhere Carson Wentz has been and he's had a play, he's been hated. That's why he wasn't in Philly. He was a dick. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part that sucks about football. But right now, the Dolphins, an MRI confirmed an ACL tear for Dolphins cornerback Artie Burns, who is now expected to miss the season. So it could be worse today, folks. Could be much worse. Oh, here we go. ISU. I learned that my goddamn job is getting in the way of me being able to tune into these shows. Fields, Toegate, now Hogan's dead. What the fuck is going on around here today? Yeah. David D., I totally agree that you mentioned earlier that AG handled the press briefing this morning very well. I thought he did. He also knew his quarterback wasn't out for the year, so that had some calm to him, I'm sure. And it's day 2 of camp, guys. There's still more than 6 weeks left. He misses 3 weeks. He's still got 3 weeks to get ready to get on the field for the opener.
I like how he talks back to the media. It's not like he's being talked to or talked down to like fucking Sala was all the damn time.
Yeah. What are the odds? Let's discuss this. And sorry to West Coast, you might not get this reference. But what is the chances of Aaron Glenn getting asked a question and just going, what are you talking about? Get off my dick. Don't worry about
That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be great.
Right? That'd be tremendous. You get a Bobby and Aaron Glenn shirt, get off my dick. Any word from him? You going on today?
I reached out to Robert, but the call was not answered.
I texted him. That was not answered either.
It happens, but hey, what are you gonna do?
I'll tell you off air my theory. You know, my theories are kind of on point, and they're usually
I probably have the
one
same
or the
theory.
other. It starts with a D. It's a double D. It's either disappointment or dollars.
Double D's
Those
are
are the
great.
2 things.
He already has double D's.
He does. All right, quadruple D's then for him.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, Knob.
I would love a cookie. I know it's about one of Bobby's lines. Anyway, cookie. Have Mo, like in your comment. High school comes.
I have Mo. Don't worry, I have Mo.
Oh, very well done. Do you have 63 of them?
Hopefully it's 6 more.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can't get to 69 without getting to 63. What's a 63 when you're lined up with the armpit because you're not quite there?
Shit.
Oh, day show, professional. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to
All
say
right.
something, but I
Professionalism at its finest. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. I hope I have time. I watched the video yesterday how to put this tonneau cover on the back of the truck, and the one I ordered doesn't look like it's that difficult. I just don't want to start a project and not be able to finish it. But an hour should be enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time right now. Oh, Stack says I missed his What Did We Learn? I learned that everyone gets a second chance. Nate Hackett back with the Packers. Well,
What?
obviously, Nate Hackett is very, very experienced in laminating LaFleur's play sheets. Nobody laminates play sheets like Hackett does. Omar saying what's up from the Bay Area, West Coast guy, tuning in.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate you. But ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the show. Now, what that means for some of you, with the question asked below, what did we learn today? Throughout the show, you pay attention.
Oh yeah, it's free.
Share something at the end that you may have learned, something funny that may have happened throughout the show, something that made you chuckle, ha ha, or however you laugh. But we throw it to the great Boomtown. Now, Boomtown wasn't feeling too well last night.
Oh damn.
And he's back in the chat today. So very happy to see that. I'm assuming this, but he's feeling a little better. But Boom, please tell everyone, what did you learn today?
We need you to be oot and a boot in the chat, Boom. We are a very vital piece to this pie we call the Nick Shine Show.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Mexican doing Canadian accents. What else do you need on a show?
Hey, I mean,
what else do you need? We're
fucking
here, baby. We're not Hulk Hogan. We appreciate everyone from everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Jaden. Probably just. Oh, that's a late night comment. Can't say that one out loud that I was thinking. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boomtown. I learned. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Nick had his own money spent to inform him that Hulk Hogan passed well after the fact. Breath mints for Jake was an excellent call. Mr. Salad is a wordsmith. Bonus. Indy unclear if he was talking to Nick or Jake today. Hulk Hogan had custom knees made for him. Genergy is a snorer. Nick is nervous about the Gator and Nate tag team. Pause. Don't overcompensate.
Later.
Yes, very good, Boom. Oh, good question. Is it a 4-foot toe or a 4-toe foot? I think both are acceptable.
Yeah, it's like saying is it 2 times 8 or 8 times 2? You get the same answer.
I mean, if you break it down, it's a
4-foot toe,
foot.
Like a giant 4 feet tall toe.
Yeah, I think the second one makes more sense because if you read it and you break it down word for word, 4-foot toe makes it sound as if you have 4 feet on one toe. A 4-toe foot is probably the correct way. But I'm probably going to say both. Like
that's a stoner thought.
You get the dealio. You know what I mean, Havmo.
Yeah. 4-toe foot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had the displeasure of visiting Charles Gorman the other day at his apartment during his live stream.
Show me your butthole.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
His face when he says it too.
It's so serious.
Show me your butthole.
And he's got that grin at the end too.
Yeah.
Like a little, yeah, there's more to that.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman is one of one. And if you like to laugh at my misfortunes in life, you're going to enjoy this video. Thank you to everyone called in. Thank you again to my son, to myself, Georgie, Metro Funny, Eli Betts, Mr. Gorilla Salad, Indy Jets, Genergy, and Sharon for your comments, super chats. You guys are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no other way to say this. He's Charles.
Charles, what is all these porn sites open on your computer?
I got cereal.
Charles, I'm good. I don't need anything, man. You have all sugar products. I'm fine. Did you use the condoms yet?
I did not use any condoms.
Do you want to use them, Charles?
I'm not going to use them right now.
Charles, try one on while Nick's there.
I'm not putting one on.
Hell yeah. A condom crown. Hell yeah.
Don't touch it. It's perfect. You don't.
Trying to align it properly.
You don't know what to do with these. You've never used them before.
Oh, Rick Kent's here. Where is he?
Daddy's, oh my God.
I tried to put it on to do a puppet and it broke. So you want to do a workout?
Right now? Actually, I'm actually down for that, actually, yeah. With the condoms on my head?
On your other head, Charles.
Oh, get out of here, Addison.
My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling.
No, face the camera. Hold on.
Oh, shit!
Go. Do it.
1,
What the fuck?
4.
If you drop. Oh, Addie, he just farted in my face, dude.
Hell yeah.
At least your mouth wasn't open. You don't fart when someone's mouth is open. That's disgusting.
Should I leave?
I am. He farted in my face. Good night, bro.
Oh, come on, Nick.
Good night.
I have a lot of guests tonight.
How quickly does pink eye set in? Tom Ace will know.
Is it because I farted?
Yeah, man, that wasn't nice. I'm sitting there trying to help you work out. I give you a crown of condoms and you rip ass in my face, dude. And you had to ruin a friendship because you can't fucking hold your ass together.
I didn't want to.
That's because you eat like a 4-year-old with a debit card when you go shopping. All right.
I'm sorry, Nick. I really am.
Great night. Oh, yeah.
Always fun. StreamYard, man. It's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we will end on this note. Thank you, everyone, for watching. See you tonight, 11:05. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, my
see
big
some of
toe.
you in the DP.
Yes.
I'm off today.
Nice. Enjoy. He's Charles.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fallon. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and I'm becoming a star. Blue alert and Tom Ace inside of his car. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.